get rid of comfortable clothes just because they're old.
Yet clothes are not like wine. They are not meant to be stashed in the corner of a dark closet for years.
They were there for a reason.
Oh, let's hear it.
Because I knew if you found them, this would happen.
Here it is. My old high school yearbook, The Agrarian. I haven't looked through this for ages.
Don't let Joanna see it. She's on a roll.
There we are, the class of 47. Can you pick me out?
Well, it's a wild guess, but I'd say the kid with the plaid shirt and the overalls.
Yeah, I was wearing them before they even became popular.
George, I bet you can't wait for your reunion tomorrow night.
Yeah, it'll be good seeing everybody again, especially the gang from the welding club.
George, may you always go through life with the torch in your hand and the sparks off your pants. Frank.
George, thanks for lubing my locker. Chet.
I wasn't voted most likely to be handyman for nothing.
I can't read this one. What does it say?
Nothing. Tank Bowman liked to use my yearbook as a pen starter.
Oh, now she's pretty. Gayle Crowley. What did she write?
It's nothing.
Come on.
Well, George, have a great summer. Gayle.
You're right, it is nothing.
Well, I better go to my room and try to learn how to recognize some of these people bald.
Hey, cardigan guy, pull over gal. Seen my cashmere cutie?
Oh, Michael, you're here. My favorite fashion magazine came today, and it's awful. The winter look's been unveiled, and it's all wrong.
Oh, my God.
It's like all of fashion has suddenly turned against me.
What were those French guys thinking?
This is the worst thing that's ever happened.
Stephanie, there are a lot of things in the world worse than that.
What?
Oh, I don't know. Floods, famines, fires.
Where? I didn't read anything about that. And I get this every month.
Come on, my pretty and pink cheeks gal. We'll take this page by page. There must be something we can salvage from this fashion freeze.
Maybe you're right, Michael. After all, we survived khaki.
Damn it. Haven't they suffered enough?
Joanna, are you doing anything important?
I'm reading.
Oh, good. Joanna, this new winter look has thrown Steph for a loop. I mean, for the first time in her life, she's uncertain of how she looks in an outfit. I told her she looks great, but she thinks I'm just saying that, which I sort of am.
What do you want from me, Michael?
She's ready, Steph! All we want is your honest opinion. Should Steph wear this outfit, or is it catching the next train to Ragsville?
Stephanie, you look nice.
Joanna, I've never been the issue. The clothes.
They look, different, but in a nice way. Stephanie, not everybody is as fashion conscious as you are. I mean, there's a good chance that people won't even notice what you're wearing. I'll just go read in my room.
Oh, Michael, Joanna doesn't even like it, and you know, she'll wear anything. Michael, what are we going to do? I can't wear the new winter fashions because they look ugly, but if I don't wear them, everybody who sees these magazines will know that I'm out of style.
Don't worry, Steph. I'll think of something. Many animals hibernate during the winter. Something else.
hi, George.
Hi, Dick. Boy, there's nothing more exciting than a trip to the dry cleaners.
You won't get any argument from me.
George, there you are. Well, Jim, should we tell him?
I guess so. The suspense is probably killing him.
Tell me what?
See?
I bumped into Ann Davies today, and she told me that Gayle Crowley was back in town for the reunion. First time in 40 years.
Gayle's in town?
George had a secret crush on Gayle in high school.
Jim, how did you know? Chester was the only living soul I've ever told about Gayle.
Well, back then, Chester and I did a lot together. We were inseparable.
Who'd have guessed?
Whenever George got near Gayle, he acted as awkward as a schoolboy.
He was a schoolboy.
Come on, Chester, let's go practice our duet of George and Gayle sitting in a tree.
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
You guys.
Gayle Crowley, isn't she the one that wrote that sweet nothing in your yearbook?
Sometimes I thought about her so much it was hard to keep my mind on my work. Once I stripped a hinge screw thinking about her.
Then it wasn't just puppy love.
And the worst part is I never told Gayle how I felt. I almost did graduation day. I just started to talk to her when Les Darby cut in front of me. Next thing you know, they're married. Dick, she was ready. I promised myself if I ever saw Gayle again, I'd tell her exactly how I felt. Of course, that promise was a lot easier to keep when I thought I'd never see her again.
George, you got to go to the reunion and tell her you liked her, otherwise you'll never be able to look yourself in the mirror again.
Gee, go tell Gayle how I felt or cut myself shaving every morning. Okay, I'll do it, Dick, but you got to go with me.
Why?
I can't do this alone. Look how I botched it up last time.
George, I can't go to your high school reunion. I don't even know your school song.
Come on, Dick, you're my friend. I need your support. Besides, when Gayle sees me, I don't want her to think I didn't have anybody to bring to this.
I'd feel out of place.
Okay, Dick, I understand. I guess I'll go fillet my face for the party.
Okay, George, I'll go, but I want a corsage.
Boy, look at the old gym. It sure takes you back. Right over there is where I jammed my finger playing medicine ball. And right there is where Duke Powell yanked my shorts below my knees.
Those were the good old days.
Look, there's Duke now.
George Utley.
Clara Whitscomer.
Here, put on your name tag. Isn't it a terrific turnout? It's so good to see all our wonderful and dear friends again. Who are you?
I'm Dick Loud.
There's no Loudon in our class.
I'm not a member of your class.
And you want to crash our reunion?
George invited me.
Well, okay. But don't try to sneak into the class picture.
Yes, ma'am.
So, George, are you finally going to tell Gayle about your crush?
How did you find out? It was a secret.
Well, that's right. Chester told me to eat that note after I read it.
If it isn't George Utley.
George! Hey, George, is your watch running?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you better go and catch it.
You guys.
Oh, George, you finally gonna fess up to Gayle?
You knew?
Who didn't? Come on, guys, let's hit the eats. I hear they're serving that good turkey roll. George! First George! Oh, good to see you. Oh, hardly seems like 40 years since high school.
40 years.
Look at you in that sport coat. We want you to look nice for Gayle.
You too?
Dick, what are you doing here?
Looks like he's crashing the party.
I'm not crashing.
Chester, when I told you about Gayle, it was supposed to be a secret.
I'm sorry, George, but I guess when I was younger, I had some trouble keeping things to myself.
Yeah, he was a blabbermouth. I was standing right next to him when he told the entire school.
Oh, no, then Gayle knew?
Don't be silly. Nobody'd tell her. It was a secret.
Dick, there she is. It's Gayle. Look at her. She looks 18 years old, doesn't she, Dick?
Sort of.
Well, George, did you hear? Gayle's single again.
She is?
Ann Davies just told me. Les passed away about 10 years ago.
Oh.
Well, Dick, seems we have an extra name tag. You want to wear it?
No.
Still into the thrill of crashing, huh?
Well, I got to make the rounds. As class president, one of my responsibilities is to see that no one smokes in the boys' room.
Dick, maybe telling Gayle I like her isn't such a good idea. I mean, she's widowed. I don't want to look like I'm on the prowl.
George, she came here to see old school chums, and you qualified. Go over and talk to her.
That's it, Dick? That's the support I get? Better, Dick. So help me if she marries him.
George, what happened?
Dick, it was horrible. This guy was even faster than Les. I used to lie in bed and imagine what I'd say to Gayle. Gayle, the three greatest things in the world are a sunrise, the smell of a new toolbox, and a pretty girl. Gee, Dick, it's a lot easier saying it to you.
Yeah, but I'm married.
George Utley.
Gayle.
Oh, I knew you'd be here. Oh, it's just so good to see you.
Oh, Gayle. You want to shoot some hoops?
Oh, George, really? Now, I didn't come here to work up a sweat.
Gee, Gayle, you haven't changed a bit.
Yeah, I don't know which I like better, your eyesight or your lying.
No, I really mean it. Gayle, I never told you this, but in high school, I liked you. There, I said it.
George, I'm sorry my hearing aid keeps blinking out now and then. What was that again?
I said, back in school, I liked you.
Really? Oh, I liked you too.
What?
I thought you were the cutest guy in the welding club.
Yeah, well, I guess we did look pretty irresistible with our visors down. You really liked me? Wow. I'll see you. Dick, guess what? I did it. I told her I liked her.
That's terrific. Then what?
Then she said she liked me.
That's great, George. Then what?
Then I came over here.
Why?
I'm so happy I had to tell somebody.
George, it doesn't have to end here.
Okay, Dick, you want to go out and celebrate?
No, I mean, go back to Gayle and tell her you're nuts about her and ask her out.
On a date?
Don't think of it as a date. Think of it as getting together with an old school chum.
Gee, Dick, a date sounds like more fun.
Then ask her out on a date.
You're right, Dick.
Okay, everybody, let's all line up for the class picture.
Well, I will.
Where do you want to start?
Not you, Dick.
So, Gayle, I was thinking maybe we could go out tomorrow night and start what we should have started 40 years ago.
Oh, George, I'm sorry. If you had only asked me back then, I would have said yes. But, well, I think now it's just too late for me to start anything. I'm sorry.
Smile.
Enjoying the fire, Steph?
Oh, yes. And to think we almost let some silly magazines ruin the entire season. Oh, we're just lucky this town doesn't know hooey about this winter's look.
Or ever will, now that we've bought up every fashion magazine in town. All we have to do is not leave this zip code until the spring fashions bloom.
Oh, what a lovely fire.
Excuse me, is that a fashion magazine?
Yes, I was lucky to find this. Every place in town is sold out.
I'll pay you for that, Michael.
Name your price. 10, 15, 20, 22.
It only costs $3.
Sold.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Steph. Make your fashion statement.
Oh, this is so romantic. But, Michael, these magazines won't last all night.
Deep pout those lips. What say we go up to your room and bring down that purple piggy dress? Dollars to donuts. It's flammable.
Well, thanks for bringing me home early from the reunion, Dick. Oh, and for destroying my life.
What? You're mad at me, George?
Didn't you notice I fastened my seatbelt extra loud?
Oh, you're right, George. I guess that was a real slap in the face.
Well, if you hadn't made me talk to Gayle, I never would have found out that she would have gone out with me back in high school. I lost 40 years, Dick. 40 years I might have spent with Gayle. Picnics, movies, maybe a couple of walks around the lake.
George, you can't live in the past. You have to live for today. What's done is done.
Any more cliches, Dick?
I'm just saying, George, you can't go back and live your life over unless you build a time machine, and I don't think you can.
And I call myself a handyman. Oh, I guess you're right, Dick. I'm not really mad at you.
George, that seatbelt thing's forgotten.
Dick, she said she didn't want to start anything. She said it was too late.
See, that's your problem, George. You're too accepting.
Oh, you're right.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're right. Oops.
George, 40 years ago, you sat back and let someone you really cared for walk out of your life. George, don't let that happen again tonight.
You are right, Dick. I'm going back there, and I'm going to get Gayle to go out with me, and I'm not going to let anything get in my way.
That's the spirit. George, let me move my car!
Chester, have you seen Gayle?
You see, and some of the other girls are busy trying to divvy up the leftover punch. There seems to be an uneven amount of sickness.
So, George, you finally saw Gayle and told her you'd like to start something, eh?
How did you know?
Sorry, George. That wasn't a secret, was it?
Not around here.
Oh, George, I'm so glad you came back. I was afraid we wouldn't get a chance to say goodbye.
Well, I'm back, but not to say goodbye. Gayle, I saw you tonight and started feeling funny inside. I tried to blame it on the turkey roll, but it was you. How about we grab a cup of coffee at the Tree Tap Diner?
Oh, George, I'm sorry. I'd like to. I really would, but I have to catch the early bus tomorrow.
She says she's sorry, but she has to catch the early bus tomorrow.
Gayle, give me one good reason why we can't start seeing each other.
I live in Schenectady.
I know how to drive.
But I have grandkids, and I've got a big old house to take care of.
I love grandkids. And I can fix anything in a big old house. Wriggle out of that one.
Oh, George, I guess I'm just too stuck in my ways.
Well, I am, too. I won't have breakfast till I go out and smell the morning air. And I'll weed the garden whether it needs it or not. And when it comes to pudding, none of that instant stuff for me. I want cooked pudding with the real skin on top. So you see, I'm stuck in my ways, too. I have a good life here. And when I saw you tonight, I knew it could be better.
George.
Movement on Gayle's part.
You sure we can't grab that coffee at the diner?
Oh, it's late.
Yeah, but it's not too late.
Well, maybe there is time for a cup of coffee with an old friend.
Major movement on Gayle's power.
What comes next is private.
Hi, Hotel Honcho. So aren't you going to ask me?
I wasn't going to, but how was teaching that TV production class?
Dick, you didn't raise your hand.
Hello, Stratford Inn. Oh, hi, Bev. Michael? Yeah, he's standing here waving his arms and making faces.
Hi, Bev, finally tracked you down. Yeah, I know. I promised you ideas for that new time slot, and I've got scads of them. Yeah, but Dick's been all over my back this week about Vermont Today. Well, you know these stars. Oops, Dick's making outrageous demands. Even as we speak, I gotta go.
Michael, don't use me as an excuse for ducking Bev.
Gee, Dick, you weren't eavesdropping. Hi, Nanny. Your professor's here.
Michael, nannies can be old. I like your dessert nicknames much better.
It's fine. Oh, and before we go, Cupcake, I've got kind of a favor to ask you.
Well, It's not the way we usually do things, but go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering if you'd come with me to class on Thursday. I thought one way to get those kids really sparked on TV production would be to show them the kind of chicks we producers get. I guarantee you oodles of envy.
Oh, Michael, you're such a salesman. Let me get my coat, and we can go shopping and show those kids the kind of outfit a producer's paycheck can buy.
You scratch my back, I clothe yours. And Dick, don't be jealous. I haven't finished handing out the classroom favors yet.
Well, now that producer's chick is gone, what's left?
Type this on your resume. Guest lecturer. Those kids are just drooling to hear from a small market talent. So can I pencil you in?
Oh, Michael, you're such a salesman.
Hi.
Oh, hi. You must be a guest. Well, I'm off duty, but... Joanna, there's a guest! There you go. Hello.
Oh, hi, I'm Bill Coder. You have a reservation for me?
Okay.
Oh, I'm really exhausted. I just drove straight through from Austin. 2,000 miles in 32 hours just to catch the fall colors. And I've only got a week. That's why I came to the only place that would guarantee a specific date for the leaves changing colors. The Stratford Inn.
Mr. Coder, no one can predict the exact date the leaves will change.
But I called ahead. And someone here promised me I'd see the fall colors.
Ah, the fall colors. Raspberry red, lemon yellow, orange.
You must be the guy I talked to.
Bill Coder?
George, you didn't by any chance promise Mr. Coder the leaves would change color this week.
Sure did.
George, don't answer the phone anymore.
Is there going to be some problem?
Don't worry, I've been living in this town 57 years. And every autumn, the leaves change right after the last blossom falls off the hibiscus out front. Sure enough, there's only one left, and it's dangling.
Great.
Come on, Bill. I'll show you my photo album of every change since 53 to sort of get you hepped up. The change of 71 was really breathtaking. I could just kick myself for not splurging on color film that year.
So, summing up my philosophy, I say, forget PBS, just go for the bucks. Steve, are there any openings at your station, Mr. Harris? Well, Steve, as I told you at the last class and over the phone yesterday, no. Any other questions?
Mr. Harris, is the TV producer's job as great as you've been telling us?
Generally, it's great. But it has its rough spots. Like every 10 years or so, television buckles under to the outcry for quality programming from small bands of snobby elitists. Your best bet during these periods is to just lay low. Because eventually, the viewing public will stand up as one and say, we want a chimp show.
I have an idea for a show about a family torn apart by divorce, but it could work just as well with chimps.
Mr. Harris, I've been working on a script about the struggle of living with agoraphobia.
Now, see, that's a perfect example of the trouble with TV movies lately. They've been so busy glorifying trendy diseases and torching spouses on their certas that they've forgotten to have fun.
So, in your professional opinion, Mr. Harris, what does make a good television movie?
Simple. You just reunite the cast of any 70s sitcom or family drama for a wedding or a funeral, depending on the health of the older actors, and you've got yourselves a 2-hour Through the Roofer. Your biggest problem is recasting the holdouts, but sometimes God is with you. For instance, when they went to redo What's Happening, the entire cast was available.
You know what I think television really needs? More heart.
Exactly my point. What's got more heart than Keith, Danny, all the Partridge Kids reunited to sing at the wedding of their mom, Shirley, to Reuben Kincaid?
Not television heart. Normal people with real concerns. Why not a citizens forum? Sort of an electronic soapbox.
Ah, any chance, Mr. Harris?
It lacks something. Some twist. Maybe if you cast Audrey and Judy Landers as the real people with... Maybe Jimmy Osmond heading up the house band.
You're missing the point, Mr. Harris.
Oh? I think my success as a producer speaks for itself. And I say, Landers or not, you've got yourself a yawn fest. Oh, are you here to clap the erasers? Only kidding. It's our guest celebrity, Dick Loudon of Vermont today.
Michael, I think I've brought their envy to a peak, so I'm going to go now. I wish you all lots of success.
Well, I guess there's nothing else to do but bring on our guest. I hope he's not nervous, because usually he doesn't have this big an audience. Here he is, Dick Loudon.
Thank you for that smattering of applause.
Mr. Loudon, Steve Wenzel. Is it true there's a lot of nepotism in this business? Because if it is, I've been checking out a few things, and I may be distantly related to you. As well as to you, Mr. Harris.
My guess is that you're probably more related to Mr. Harris. Now, can we break up this emotional family reunion and get to tonight's subject, local television? I can't tell you what a pleasure it is to be able to talk in class without getting yelled at.
Good joke, Mr. Harris.
Mr. Harris?
That's right. Nothing comes out of your mouth that hasn't gone through Mr. Harris's typewriter.
Remember about insulating the on-air talent from the cold realities of the business?
Exactly? What did he say?
Well, Mr. Harris told us that as Vermont Today's talking head, you're more or less his puppet.
Michael, last night was without exception the most humiliating of my life. Especially that part about me being your puppet.
Dick, put the past behind you. We've got a production meeting to do here.
So this puppet, it should look a lot like Dick?
Is Michael here?
And bless the production meeting, and please keep us on budget. Oh, Bev.
Michael, I'm still waiting to hear your ideas for the new show. We've only got 8 days to put whatever it is on the air, so I want your ideas, and I want them now.
Well, Bev, I was trying to buy some time to flesh them out, but the basic concepts are hot.
So is the water you're standing in.
Okay. Sizzler number 1. I call it runners up, what might have been. You see, we get runners up, like the first runner-up of this year's Miss Green Mountain contest, or the kid who came in second in the state spelling bee. And we get those losers on the show and invite them to badmouth the winners on camera. I see bitterness, I see crying, I see swimwear, at least in the case of that near Miss Green Mountain.
Michael, I'm not interested in turning WPIV into a freak show.
Oh. Are you against freak show as a concept or just as a title?
I'm looking for something with heart.
Okay. How about Battle of the Senior Citizens? Athletic competitions between rival retirement homes. Old folks scream heart.
Yeah, especially after about 3 laps around the track.
Michael, I'm interested in quality, not body count. Obviously, I was wrong about you. Programming isn't your future.
Bev, if you just give me a couple more days.
I'm going to make a few phone calls, see if I can't scramble up something last minute to fill the slot for now. And Michael, I want you in my office in 10 minutes.
Dibs on his parking space.
Oh, heart. How about Citizens Forum? Real people? Real gripes? Nah.
I like it. Kind of an open microphone, man on the street. What's your beef?
Michael, I never thought I'd say this about one of your ideas, and it worries me. But I like it too.
Well, it's kind of rough, but I know I can make it work. I mean, picture the Landers sisters as the real people.
I'm not worried anymore.
Michael, it was perfect the way you first said it. Simple, uncluttered television with heart. We can have it on the air by Saturday. Congratulations.
That it's just I don't feel right pitching this show. I mean, it's just you put a lot of pressure on me.
Obviously, you work best under pressure.
Are you coming with those leaves, George?
Not so good. That stupid blossom is still dangling, and the leaves won't change till it falls.
Well, why don't you just pluck it, George?
I don't want to play God, Joanna.
Hi, Mrs. Loudon. Hi, George.
Oh, hi.
I looked outside my window this morning and everything was sure green.
And you seem okay with that.
Well, sure. I read that the longer the leaves stay green, the more vibrant the colors when they do turn. Boy, this place must be gearing up for a real show.
Yeah. I got some serious nudging to do.
I'm sorry, Steph.
Michael, when we're on a date, we do date stuff. You're supposed to go through your personal hells on your own time.
I know the guidelines, Steph. It's just that I'm new to this guilt game. I didn't mean to pitch Neil's idea, but Bev backed me into a corner.
Michael, remember when you told me, even though I never really showed any interest, that part of a producer's job is to recognize talented people, promote their ideas, and then claim as much credit as he can get away with?
Yeah.
So? You weren't stealing that student's idea. You were just being the best darn producer you could.
I guess, but...
Michael, I've done all the cheering up I'm going to. I would like to see some results now. Oh, all right. One more cheery thought, and it's a biggie. Just remember that you have the cutest girlfriend in the whole world. I knew I could do it. Damn, I'm good.
Dickie, you got a Momo for a man-to-man, heart-to-heart?
Michael, you actually made my head hurt.
Well, Dick, I've done something wrong. Not big wrong, but boo-boo wrong.
And
I just want you to yell at me.
Huh?
Dick, I've been feeling guilty about what I did to you, yesterday in class, among other things. And I just want you to give me that verbal spanking I deserve.
Just verbal.
Come on, Dick, take the safety off that tongue.
Oh, all right, Michael. Michael, you know that was really a pretty crummy, pretty crummy thing that you did to me in class.
Louder, Dick, more venom.
I mean, shame on you. Michael, anger isn't something that I can just call up on the spur of the moment.
I stole Citizens Forum from a student.
You what?
That's great, Dick, just what I came for.
You took an idea from one of the kids? You slime.
Yeah, Dick, I think you're flirting with overkill.
Michael, you had better do the right thing.
I will. Dick, that right thing, could you give me a hint what that is? Well, it's time for class. 7 o'clock, 6 Central. Well, before we get started, why don't you hand in your homework assignments? I can't wait to read your ideas for a spin-off for Barney Rubble. Just pass them forward. Well, I guess Barn didn't spark anyone.
We saw the promo for Citizens Forum last night.
You know something funny? Right after I sold Citizens Forum to the station, I couldn't shake the feeling we'd discussed something similar in class.
You stole that idea from the class.
Well, no, I don't think it's quite that simple. You know how it is when a group of people are brainstorming. After a while, you just sort of forget who came up with the idea in the first place.
It was Neil.
Way to go, Neil. I want you to know I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna make sure you get the recognition you deserve. Let's hear it for Neil.
That's not enough.
Well, what do you want from me? Neil's not the only one who suffered here. I was feeling so guilty the other night about Neil that it completely ruined a date with Steph. So then I felt guilty about Steph. Wait, when I felt guilty about Steph, I apologized to Steph, so maybe I should apologize to Neil. Is that it? Is that the right thing? It's worth a try. Sorry. So why do I still feel guilty? I mean, that's always so cleansing for Steph. Did that do anything for you, Neil?
Don't talk to me. Talk to my lawyer.
Lawyer?
Nicholas Prescott, Mr. Harris. I'm not actually a lawyer. I'm a law student and a friend of Neil's.
So you're just here as a friend?
And law student. And speaking as one who knows the law, I think what would make Neil feel better is the following. Full recognition and credit for Neil Poland as creator of Citizens Forum, an on-air retraction of previous credits and financial compensation not limited to his actual percentage of the show itself. And maybe your job.
We return to Citizens Forum. We'll hear from Bobby Terrell, who'll tell us what it is about styrofoam cups that really drives him nuts.
And commercial.
Hi, all.
Michael, where have you been? The show is almost over.
Bev, I know I would have been here for the premiere, but we had an unforeseeable accident and ran out of gas.
Michael? Who is this?
Oh, Bev, this is one of my students, Neil Poland. I predict you'll be hearing his name a lot in the future.
Hopefully in the next 5 minutes.
Don't worry, Dick. I'm going to fess up right now. Everybody. How's it going?
It's terrific.
Really?
Yep. I never had a corned beef sandwich quite this tangy. Want a bite?
Back from commercial in 3, 2.
Styrofoam cups, modern convenience or Satan's chalice?
Bev, can we discuss Citizens Forum privately?
Michael, I'm sure it can wait until after the show.
Bev, actually, I think this is something you'll want to discuss before we roll credits.
Bev. Nice frock. And did I mention that Neil is the kid who inspired me to create Citizens Forum? by coming up with the premise, the format, and the title.
You stole the idea?
Of course not, Bev. Neil's lawyer friend said the proper phrase is unlawful appropriation.
Oh.
But Bev, the important thing is I told the truth, and the guilt is gone. However, it's rapidly being replaced by fear for my job. But I'm sure that fear will be gone in a minute. Right, Bev? Once again, dynamite dress.
Miss Dutton, you've got to come quick. The whole switchboard is lit up.
Both lines?
People really love the show, huh?
No, they hate it. 23 calls, and they all feel they've got real problems and just wish our people would quit whining about their own petty complaints.
Vern, the gopher, meet Neil, the creator of Citizens Forum.
But I thought you...
Hey, Bart, did you meet Neil, the creator of Citizens Forum?
You know how it is when a group of people are brainstorming, and before long, you forget who came up with the idea.
It was Neil. Dick, you were right. I told the truth, and I feel great. His show. His show. Hey, everybody, meet Neil.
Sorry about the leaves, Mr. Coder, but there's always next year. Actually, there's later this year, but I guess you can't stay.
That was sort of the reason for calling ahead. It wasn't such a bad vacation. Saw them make butter. Saw them make cheese. Saw them make maple syrup.
Well, I'm sorry George isn't here to see you off. Actually, I haven't seen him around since yesterday.
Well, that's okay. I'd probably kill him. Well, so long.
So long.
Not so fast, Coder. In living color, direct from the state of Maine. Autumn leaves.
Meow.
Oh, good. You're finally up. I'm thinking of doing something kind of nuts, and I wanted to give you guys a chance to talk me out of it.
What is it?
Dick, Joanna, I'm thinking of getting a pair of regular jeans.
I'd say go for it, George, and hell with what society is going to think.
Thanks. I'm going to do it. Oh, just one more thing. Should I get the ones with the zipper or the button fly?
On that one, George, you're going to have to follow your heart. You know, honey, I think we're witnessing the end of an era here. I'm a little sad here.
Zipper, George. Definitely zipper. Hi, Brunch Bunch. Is my birthday babe around?
Why does he always come up to our table?
Michael!
And one to grow on.
Hi, Dick. Joanna. What can I get you? How about French toast?
Yeah, me too.
Okay. And you can get me an unlimited supply of Misty Lilac nail polish, a credit card holder fully stocked.
We have copies of your birthday list.
Okay, but just remember there's only 3 shopping days left.
Steph's another year older, and we're all deeper in debt. Sorry, Steph.
Michael, I need to talk to you about my birthday. Now, don't take this as criticism, but what you did for the last 3 years was all wrong.
When have I failed you, my little fajita?
Michael, one birthday, you bought me a book.
Well, Stephanie, we just met for a while there. I thought you might be deep. This year, I promise you a perfect birthday.
Oh, good, because, Michael, I've decided I want a nice big party.
Well, Steph, if it's a party you want, it's a party you'll get. I'll send George out for decorations. I can get Dick to put them up, and I can get Joanna to wamp up a birthday feast.
Oh, Michael, you do all that for me.
How's it coming with the balloons, honey?
Kind of in and out.
You still don't know how to tie them off?
I know how to do it. I just know how. I just can't do it.
George, you're wearing your regular jeans pretty spiffy.
Thanks. They were inspected and everything. Oh, number 21 did all right by me.
So you like them so far, George?
Yeah, except you have to think a lot more wearing these.
What do you mean?
Well, for one thing, your shirt shows more, so you got to pay extra attention to that. And then there's whether to wear a belt or trust your hips.
Jeans can complicate a life. George, you want to help me with the balloons?
Well, I was going to go out and strut, but okay.
Hi, Dick. Joanna. Ooh, la la, it's George.
Do I smell cake?
Nix that drool, handyman.
Where's Stephanie now?
She's out returning one of my gifts. She didn't even open it. She just knew.
She's good.
Steph.
Stephanie, what's wrong?
Don't worry, Stephanie. I still have my overalls up in my room.
I don't think that's it, George.
Steph, please stop. I can't bear to see you cry. Your eyes get all puffy and red.
Stephanie, just please try to calm down and tell us what's bothering you.
Well, I went shopping. And I tried on some clothes. And I looked in a mirror and realized I'm no longer blossoming.
I don't get it, Dick.
I never minded getting older because I just always kept looking better and better. And better and better. But this year, I don't look better. I've leveled up.
Stephanie, you haven't lost your looks.
Well, I know that, Dick. But if I keep getting older like this, someday I will. And then where will I be? In a home for people whose arms do this?
Oh, don't cry for me, Stephantina. I bet I can send those tears packing right back to their little ducks with just 2 words. Plastic surgery. When the time comes, you ought to be able to nip and tuck your way to at least another 7, 8 years in my heart.
You must really love her.
Stephanie, there's more to life and relationships than looks.
Really?
Really?
Michael, will you still love me when I don't look like this anymore?
Of course.
See?
Just what would you look like?
Michael, if you love Stephanie now, you'll love her when she's 80, right?
Michael, I need to hear you say it.
No problem. Steph? Well, how many people live to be 80 anyway? What I mean is, I'll always. Happy birthday, Steph.
So what do you say we go down to that party?
Oh, George, you scared me.
Gee, I hope I didn't give you any gray hairs. Sorry.
It's okay. George, are you here because you knew I was real depressed and might want someone to talk to, and you had the perfect thing to say to cheer me up?
Not exactly. I couldn't sleep thinking about that cake.
Don't bother wishing on it. It doesn't work. This is the worst I've ever felt in my whole life.
You know, Stephanie, I'm sort of older, and it's not so bad. There are a lot of pluses. If you make it to 100, that fat weather guy will announce your name on TV.
Getting older is easy for you. You can be George at any age.
Knock wood.
I am my looks. I'm pretty. Okay, I'm beautiful. Dazzling people with my looks is all I do. I'm a single threat, George. And maybe when I lose my looks, nobody will like me anymore.
Stephanie, you're not just pretty. There's a lot more to you than that.
Really?
Sure.
Like what?
Well, you're cute.
That still looks, George.
You know how to avoid work better than anybody I've ever seen.
And you like that about me?
No, actually, it's kind of annoying. I'm not really cheering you up, am I?
No.
Darn. See, if you'd said no, but thanks anyway, I could have said you're polite. See, that's the kind of thing I need to go on.
I know. Well, thanks anyway.
I don't think I can count that one. Gee, I wish I could make you feel better, Stephanie. Would it help if I sang?
Let's guess no.
Well, good night. Morning, everybody.
George, what happened to your regular jeans?
Well, I took them for a trial walk through town this morning, and I realized they just weren't me. I mean, if I can't feel my knee through my pocket, there's something wrong with my pants.
I guess I understand.
And it wasn't just that. A lot of people in this town aren't that used to designer labels. I didn't really enjoy people squinting at my bottom.
I guess that's where we're different, George.
Well, I'll see you later. Boy, it's a great feeling not having to back out of a room.
Here's your pancakes. Here's your juice. Here's your French toast.
Thank you, Stephanie.
How does everything look?
Stephanie, you didn't forget something this morning, like grooming?
You noticed?
Well, sort of.
I just wanted to see if people would treat me differently if I didn't look perfect, like usual. And you did. You were mean.
We weren't mean. We were just a little upset here. But now that we've had a time to adjust, I think you look
Fine. Really?
Well, one of us said it, didn't we?
Well, maybe aging isn't as bad as old people make it seem.
Honey, I know I don't say it often enough, but thanks for grooming.
Hi, all.
Michael, do you have any idea what a horrible thing you did to Stephanie last night?
Look, you don't have to tell me. I know I've been a Dudley do-wrong. I'm going to make it up to Steph. She's going to be seeing a brand new Michael Harris today, I'll tell you that.
And you're going to be seeing a brand... You'll see.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing? Steph? You fiends! What did you do to her?
Oh, no, Michael. It's just the new me. Or should I say the old me?
Whoa. Ghost of Steph Future.
Well, could you live with this? Dick, Joanna, if you need me, I'll be locked in my room for eternity.
Dick, you've got to talk to her.
Me?
But, honey, you're so good at making people feel better. Oh, remember when I thought I was going to get fired from my job? You said just the right thing to cheer me up.
I asked you to marry me.
Yeah, I got fired and I didn't even care.
All right, I'll do it, but I hope I can come up with something besides that proposal thing. Stephanie, sit down. For starters, I didn't hear any creaking. Stephanie, I know you've been worried about getting older, and everyone gets older, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I feel much better.
Joanna said I was good at this. Stephanie, You wouldn't want to marry me, would you?
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. We was wondering if we could borrow some carbon paper. Daryl here wants to try banging his fist on a table in triplicate. Hi, Miss Stephanie. Hope you had a blissful birthday yesterday. Did you get our birthday gift yet?
I don't think so, Larry.
Daryl, you and your overnight couriers. Well, just so you won't have to wait any longer, we'll go out and trap you an even bigger present.
Guys, why are you being so nice to me?
I think I speak for all of us when I say, huh?
Haven't you noticed that I'm ugly?
Miss Stephanie, you could never be ugly to us. We like you.
Yeah, but... Well, you like me when I'm old and gray and sagging.
Well, how shallow do you think we are? There's some depth beneath this glitz. We know that beauty's only skin deep. You take the weasel. Ain't a prettier creature on earth. But once you skin them, they look kind of, well, if I may quote Mad Magazine, black. But fortunately, underneath the beauty, there's still a lot to recommend the skinned weasel. Aside from the obvious gross-out appeal, they're darn good eating.
Larry? Are you saying that I have something underneath my obvious and usually stunning beauty?
You bet you, Bob. I mean, there's times when we've come over here feeling bluer than a whale. And you'd say something nice. Not necessarily to us. But still, it'd cheer us up like nobody's business.
Really? I do that for you? Well, I can do that even with flappy arms. Oh, thank you, Larry. All of you.
Oh, guys, here's the carbon paper. I got 4 for you. Go for the record.
Oh, boy, thanks. Oh, and Miss Stephanie, remember, when you're 80 or 90, you'll still have us as friends. We like old people. We enjoy playing What Do You See in the Wrinkles?
Bye, guys.
Stephanie, you're better. You thought about what I said, huh?
No, about what Larry said.
What Larry said? What did Larry say?
Well, I don't want to get into all the details, but it had to do with skinning weasels.
I had that. I was going to get to that.
Stephanie, I've got to talk to you.
Me too. Michael, I found out I have qualities underneath my looks.
That's great, Steph. What are they?
Well, I'm not sure. I think one of them is I can be nice, and, well, maybe we could find the other ones together.
You know, Steph, I think you're onto something here because I had an amazing revelation, too. Are you ready? Steph, you're not the most beautiful girl in the world.
Michael, say something else, fast.
Steph, don't you see? You're still the only one for me. Which means I must love you not only for your looks, but for something besides your looks, too.
What besides my looks?
Well, like you said, Steph, we'll find those.
You know what else, Michael? I'm the only one who's realized that I'm not blossoming anymore. So I won't actually have to be kind or find those other traits until other people start noticing I'm not blossoming. And that won't be for years yet.
That's my Steph.
Forever and ever?
That's what we found out. That I'll be able to love you no matter what you look like.
Oh, Michael. Give me a hug.
Oh, wait a minute, Steph. Let's go through this together.
Meet you back here in an hour looking perfect?
Deal.
Morning, George. Dick, I've got a serious personal problem, and I'd like to discuss it with you. Okay? I need a nickname, Dick, and I need it soon.
Well, the first question that pops to mind is, why?
Oh, the Beavers are putting out a Facebook.
Facebook?
You know, a book of pictures of our faces with our names under them. All the Beavers except me have nicknames. There's Dwayne Porky Moyer, Haymond Noodle Burkhead.
George, why don't you just pick a name that you like and use it?
No, a nickname has to be a genuine reflection of how people around you feel about you. Come on, Dick, finish this sentence. I think George is
swell.
George Swelly Utley. No good, Dick. It makes me sound like I have a condition. Try something else.
I'll work on it, George.
Okay, but I don't have much time. I have to get a nickname and get it into general use by next Tuesday.
Morning, everybody.
Oh, morning, Joanne.
Mrs. Lawton, are you going to go bird watching with us again today?
Oh, I don't think I can, Andy.
Oh, that's too bad. I think we're really closing in on that evening grosbeak.
It'll be my loss.
Okay, well, if I see it, I'll take an extra picture for you. 2 different f-stops.
Is that the one with the crush on you?
Yeah. Isn't he cute?
Could I get in on this?
We're just talking about the little crush Andy seems to have on you.
Oh, really? I didn't notice anything.
It's in the eyes.
Maybe Dick's right. I'm probably reading too much into things.
Exactly. What things?
Oh, the way he opened the door for me, the fact that he carried my binoculars home.
The eyes.
There now. That's better, huh?
Thanks, Mrs. Lawton. I probably shouldn't have gone for that second f-stop.
Oh.
Told you he has a crush.
He sprained his ankle, George, that's all. He's in pain, not love.
Isn't this sweet?
What is it?
A little haiku Andy wrote for me.
The lovely warbler. Your eyes and voice overwhelm. He pales, you shimmer. Okay, he's got a crush.
Who has a crush?
Andy has a crush on Joanna. Satisfied?
That's odd. I don't remember Andy having a crush on me.
He doesn't have it on you. He has it on me.
But the natural course of events would be for him to have a crush on me, feel rejected, and then move on to you. Unless something is very wrong. Nobody panic, but I think I'm starting to doubt myself. Oh, dear.
Here. Sweep it off.
You're not upset about this crush thing.
Honey, I was young once. All young men have crushes on older women. It's harmless.
What do you mean, older?
Having lived more years than he.
I see.
Wait a minute. You can't get mad at me for saying you're older when you are older.
I can get mad when you say older as if it were synonymous with ancient.
That's kind of how it sounded to me, too, Dick.
George.
Cupcake, good news. The rebate on the espresso machine came today, so there's dinero for dinner. What's wrong?
Michael, see that boy over there?
Yeah?
He doesn't have a thing for me.
Go on.
No, I think it's true. Watch.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you reading?
Magazine.
Michael, come for me!
Cupcake, I know this is going to be hard to believe, but there's going to be the occasional guy who doesn't like girls.
But he likes Joanna, just not me.
He's sick.
Do you really think so?
What else could it be? He's at that age. Maybe his hormones kicked in funny or something.
That does happen sometimes, doesn't it?
Besides, Steph, you have me now, so you've probably been sending out not available vibes.
Don't be silly, Michael. No, you were right the first time. He's sick. Poor thing. Well, let's eat.
I want to check the gloss on those sweet lips, sweet lips.
Boy, the way you come up with nicknames is amazing.
It's a gift.
Michael, I need a nickname.
Well, let's throw the old brain into first and see what we get. I would suggest Tool Jockey or Denim Dude or my personal favorite, Bub.
Well, thanks, Michael.
Anytime, Bub.
Oh, have you come up with any nicknames for me?
Not yet, George.
I don't look like a bub to you. Do I, Dick?
Not really.
What's wrong with me, Dick? Why don't I have a nickname?
George, not everybody does. I don't.
Sure you do. Dick is a nickname for Richard. Your college friends named you Slats. Even the fellas at the barber shop, they call you that writer guy. You're a fountain of nicknames.
Oh, maybe I was a bad choice. Michael doesn't have a nickname.
Well, that's because people aren't really that crazy about Michael. Maybe that's why I don't have a nickname. Because no one's really crazy about me. And I never knew until they didn't call me Bub.
Come in.
Hi, Joanna. Oh, I didn't know you were here.
Yeah, I sleep here. With my wife.
What do you want, Andy?
Oh, I just wanted to return this. Thanks, my ankle feels a lot better.
Oh, good.
Yeah, super.
Well, good night.
Good night, sweetie.
Goodbye. You know, Joanna, this is getting a touch out of hand, and I think, you're starting to encourage him.
What?
I think maybe it's time to, nip this thing in the bud.
Dick, don't be ridiculous. I was just being nice. He's only going to be here a few more days, and I don't want his first crush to end with him hurt. Come on, be a sport.
Well, I guess I can try not to feel threatened by a 16-year-old.
Well, actually, I'm sort of flattered by Andy's affections. He makes me feel less ancient. If I were 16, I'd be crazy about him.
Joanna, you want to quit now? I'm starting to have a little trouble being a sport.
I just think the crush is a nice thing that both Andy and I can enjoy.
Joanna?
And tomorrow I'll nip it.
Come in.
It's me, Dick. George, nothing Utley. Joanna said you wanted to see me.
George, I spent all morning coming up with a nickname for you, and I found one I think is perfect. Dusty!
I don't like it, Dick.
You're a handyman, so sometimes you get dusty.
That's not a real good reason, Dick.
Well, besides, Dusty was the name of my favorite cowboy star when I was a kid.
And I kind of remind you of him?
Okay.
George Dusty Utley. Hey, Dusty. Good old Dusty Utley. It's growing on me, Dick. Thanks.
Anytime, George.
See you later, slats.
See ya. Dust.
Hi.
Hi. Did you talk to Andy?
Yeah.
And?
And it was a good talk. I laid the groundwork for explaining to him how this infatuation is not such a good idea. And the next time I see him, I'll definitely be able to tell him it has to stop.
When will that be?
On our date.
Joanna, don't you think that dating him is encouraging him?
I know, Dick. I didn't want this to happen, but you know what a hard time I have saying no.
No, I don't.
Back in New York, when I didn't want to go out with a boy on a second date, I wouldn't say no. I'd just bring my roommate Betsy along. And sometime during the evening, she'd tell him.
You brought Betsy on our second date.
Well, yeah, but Betsy thought you were too cute and wouldn't tell you why she was there.
You mean we're together because Betsy wouldn't break up with me?
And I have never regretted her decision. Honey, this isn't helping me with Andy. I'm still bad at saying no.
Well, then let me teach you. Do you like Brussels sprouts?
No.
Great. Seem ready for me? Okay, go.
I don't want to hurt him.
You want to see this for the rest of your life?
No.
Just keep saying that word.
Dick, would you...
Just call me Betsy.
I don't know what to do.
It's simple. Just tell him how you feel.
But I want to let him down gently.
Then tell him how you feel in a haiku.
Oh, hi, Jonah. Mr. Loudon. Are you ready to go to lunch?
Andy, I need to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm just here to, I'm just here.
Andy, I like you. I really like you, but now I know the word but is usually followed by something negative in these situations, but in this case, what's about to come is not really negative, but more neutral. Now, it may not seem neutral now, but one day you'll see. Oh, I know, adults are always saying one day you'll see, but that's because we, being adults, are older and wiser and know that one day you really will see what we are already seeing and are now telling you. So what I mean is, Andy, I like you.
What Joanna is trying to say, Andy, is no. As in no, you can't go to lunch with her. No, she can't accept any more gifts from you. And no, she can't be your girl. So cut it out, okay?
Oh. Okay. Sorry. See ya.
Boy, when you say you're not good at something, you don't give yourself enough credit. But he seemed to take it pretty well.
And why did he have to be told, Dick?
Because we decided.
No, you decided. You decided that even though he'd be gone in 3 little days, he had to be told today. And you decided that something was wrong with someone paying a little special attention to me. In fact, you were the only person uncomfortable about this situation, and now you're the only one who isn't miserable. Well, I hope you're good and happy now, Mr. You.
Andy, why don't you have a seat? I didn't bring you here to yell at you.
You're gonna slug me?
No, I just want to ask you some questions.
Okay.
You're leaving on Sunday, right?
Yes, sir.
Remember that flirting that you were doing with my wife?
Yeah?
No, start doing it again.
Sir?
Start doing it again.
You told me not to.
Andy, I don't want to have to go into this with you. I'm the adult, so obviously I know best. Now go flirt with my wife.
Anything special that you want me to do?
Here. Here's some money. Go buy some flirt things. Just go wild.
Oh, is it all right if I get them tomorrow morning? I have a group sing tonight.
Fine.
You don't think this is at all weird?
Andy, don't analyze this thing to death. Oh, and Andy.
Yeah?
If you tell anyone about this, I'll slug you.
Morning, Dick.
Morning, George. I mean, Dusty.
I need to talk to you about that, Dick. The name's not working out.
Why not?
I realized a nickname can be dangerous.
I can't even imagine, George.
Suppose I'm crossing a busy street. A huge truck is barreling towards me at top speed. But for some reason, I don't notice it. I'm moseying along without a care in the world. Suddenly, some pal of mine sees the truck, realizes the danger, and yells, "Watch out, Dusty!" In the split second it takes me to realize I'm Dusty, I could be something you gotta put flares around.
I never thought of that. And I never would have.
I think it's a lot safer to go through life with a name you know is yours. Well, this has been a pretty morbid conversation. I think I'll go to my room and practice my reaction time.
Dick, do you want breakfast now?
No, I think I'll wait until Joanna comes in and sees Andy and happiness reigns again in my little inn.
I'm turning stuff off in 5 minutes.
Morning.
Morning.
You mad?
Yes. At myself.
Huh?
Last night I was having trouble sleeping, and I realized that maybe it was because I was wrong.
You were?
I was so caught up in Andy's flattery that I was leading him on. He needed to be told, not the way you told him. But I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, me too.
Hi, Joanna. These are for you.
Andy, I thought we decided we weren't going to do this anymore.
Mr. Loudon, I wish you'd just go ahead and slug me. I mean, 1 minute you tell me to stop, the next minute you tell me to start again, and...
Hold it. Start again. You come with me. You stay here.
That's Mr. You.
Sit. Andy, all your attention is very nice. But I'm afraid I can't return your feelings because mine are already promised to someone else. Mr. Loudon.
He's the one who said it was okay to do this stuff.
Well, As much as I love Mr. Loudon, unfortunately, he is a lunatic. Andy, you need to save your efforts for somebody who's free to care back. And whoever she turns out to be, I'm going to be a little jealous of her.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I won't bring her here then.
Thank you.
Dick, do you want to eat now?
I think I'll wait until the yelling stops.
Will that be before or after happiness reigns?
Go away.
First of all, you acted as if that boy had no feelings.
I know.
Secondly, Andy is not a pawn to be used to cheer somebody up.
You're right.
And most of all, I think what you did was very sweet.
Sweet?
Stupid, but well-intentioned and sweet.
Well, that's what I was shooting for.
Were the roses your idea?
Well, they are your favorite.
And the note?
You love those.
And the picnic brunch?
Well, you know how crazy you are. He invited you to a picnic brunch?
Yeah, in Vickers Park in 15 minutes. He already bought the food.
Joanna, wait for Betsy. Meow.
Something wrong, Stephanie?
In the kitchen. Something fuzzy. Moving.
Like a grizzly?
Only worse. Smaller and spider-shaped.
So what you're saying is there's a bug in the kitchen.
Kill it, Michael. And make it suffer.
Actually, Steph, spiders have an awfully short lifespan. If you leave it alone, it'll die in a few months.
Okay, I'll get it. But if it casts a shadow, it's yours.
Make it suffer.
Hi, I'm Larry, party of one.
Where's your brother Daryl and your other brother Daryl?
I got them reading an Archie comic. It's the one where Archie has to choose between Betty and Veronica, so it's impossible to put down. That ought to leave us enough time to talk privately.
Why?
Miss Stephanie, do you mind? I'm about to say something that may shock and revolt.
Well, two things my parents sent me to boarding school to avoid.
Main squeeze on your heels, Steph.
Larry, since this is a family secret, why don't you just share it with your brothers and leave it, at that?
Well, they don't take surprises very well. They're still reeling from England going metric.
Okay, let me have it.
Well, I've discovered a skeleton in our closet, and it's not as pleasant as it sounds. Brace yourself.
Is this okay?
The other night, while I was up in... Oops, here they come. Act casual. Pretend we're comparing belly buttons. Oh. Hi, Daryl. Why are you back so early? Have you finished that comic book already? Wait a minute. I know. You couldn't stand the suspense, so you skipped to the back, didn't you?
Well, I killed that spider.
So, that's what first attracted you to her. Come on, Daryl. So which way did Archie go? Blonde or brunette?
What was that about?
Belly buttons, skeletons, the usual.
I think I'll have a coffee with 2 lumps because that's the way, I
like it. George, you want to talk about this?
That's one of the selections on my new sing-along machine.
The portable lounge lizard?
Yeah, it has over 100 hit songs you can choose from. Everything from Edelweiss to Another One Bites the Dust.
Talk about your gamuts.
And it has professional arrangements, backup singers, and even an echo effect.
George, I never knew you were so crazy about singing and echoing.
I love it. For years, I've been afraid to sing aloud. And when I was 11, I tried out for the junior high school glee club. After they heard me sing, they made me a listener. Now, at last, the technology has come along to make me sound like a pro. Whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, whether I find a place in this world or never belong, I gotta be me going home. I gotta be me.
George, I bet that would sound real good with the acoustics, up in your room.
You think so, Dick?
Yes, George, and the echo effect will sound best with the door closed because you'll have those 4 solid walls working for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it right now, 'cause that's the way,
Why don't good things ever happen to us?
Hi, I'm Larry.
Larry! What are you doing here?
My, aren't we grouchy in the morning?
Larry, we wake up completely different when you're not in our bed.
How'd you get in?
Window, ladder, Batman-like climbing.
How long have you been here?
Since 4 a.m. Strange. I always had you pegged as stomach sleepers.
Larry, 2 things. Tell us why you're here and get off the bed.
It has to do with that family secret that's been gnawing at my innards. About a week ago, I was up in the attic cutting back the weeds. And I came across this old knick-knack drawer. And inside, right behind some nicks, there was an old box. I opened it up and discovered these 3 documents.
What are they?
3 birth certificates, mine, Daryl's, and Daryl's. You know what this proves? Brace yourself.
Like this, honey.
It proves we weren't born in the same sequence I thought. All these years, I assumed that I was the oldest brother. I'm not. Daryl is. This could throw our whole family out of kilter.
Larry, I'm afraid that ship has sailed.
Larry, forget what the documents say. Are you sure you weren't first? I mean, when you were born, do you remember having to share a pacifier?
All I seem to remember was the midwife delivered a heifer and a Daryl at the same time. And there was quite a bit of nursing confusion. I don't know how I'm going to keep this secret from Daryl.
Well, why don't you just tell your brothers the truth?
This could really affect the way we deal with each other.
Why? You 3 could be the same as you were. If that's what you're shooting for.
Well, it sure would take a load off my gut. Okay, I'll go spill the beans to Darryl. I'll let you know how it works out.
And Larry, from now on, our bedroom is by invitation only.
Okay, I'll be waiting for it. And I'm his other brother, Larry.
What happened here?
I took your advice and showed Darryl the certificates. You see the results. I've been cooed.
But, Larry, you've always been the one in charge. I'm sure Darryl respects that.
You think so? Well, maybe I have been a bit premature. Oops. Sorry.
We didn't mean to shake up the family.
Might as well have attached us to Elvis's hips.
Stupid weather.
What's wrong, Stephanie?
Well, we were walking down to the drugstore when a wind kicked up and poor Steph got mussed.
And there were people.
I tried to get your sunglasses on as fast as I could.
But not fast enough. We're going to have to drill on that.
Miss Stephanie, normally I'd sympathize with your near muss, but I've got upheavals of my own.
What's that, Larry?
Meet Darryl, tall, dark, and in charge.
Darryl found out he's the oldest.
Along with all the other responsibilities, he'll be inheriting my crush on you.
Michael, sunglasses.
Darryl, just because power's turned your head don't mean it's going to turn anybody else's. Let's go. Next time I'm in the womb, I'm not going to let anybody cut in front of me.
I'm a soul man. Soul man.
Well, look who's here. It's George and his machine. Out of his room and within earshot.
So, George, you brought down your portable lounge lizard.
Yeah. I was rushing my work to get back to my singing. Then I realized I was kind of neglecting my job at the expense of fun. Then it came to me. Who are the hardest working people in the world, Dick? Snow White's dwarves, right?
Except for the Japanese, yeah.
And why were they hardworking? Because while they worked, they sang hi-ho, hi-ho.
No, George. They sang hi-ho on the way to work. But once they're at work, it was strictly whistling.
Yeah, but if they'd had one of these, you can bet they'd have been singing their little lungs out. I'm a soul man.
Dick, you've got to stop the man. He's taking the beautiful art of lounge singing and making a farce out of it.
You can't just go up to someone and say you stink.
I'm a soul man. You hear me?
I'll think of something. George, could I talk to you about your singing?
Sure, Dick.
George, it's not that we don't enjoy it. It's just that we don't think the quaint rustic charm of New England is symbolized by a handyman singing Motown.
Gee, I guess you're right, Dick. I guess this does seem kind of inappropriate.
Good.
No problem, Dick. Your worries are over. Pennies in a stream, falling leaves of sycamore, moonlight in Vermont.
Hope you enjoyed our southern fried chicken. And I'm sorry about the feathers. Left us a nickel. Fun money. I knew it. There he goes, being responsible again. He's taking our fund money and wasting it on one of them high-interest retirement funds. He's gone. Mop duel. Okay, duel over. Mop impressions. Whoopi Goldberg. Bearded Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, Daryl, we were just taking a well-deserved zany break.
Hi, guys.
How many are you?
Just the one.
Smoking, non-smoking, or undecided?
Non-smoking.
Fan on your face or not?
Look, Larry, I didn't come over here to dine. You called me and asked me to come over.
Well, you better order something. The new Daryl don't allow any loitering. Oh, I forgot. Daryl here will take your order.
Do you have anything that's prepackaged? I'll have the Salisbury steak.
We serve that two ways, loose or in the pouch.
In the pouch. That's a plastic pouch, right? How are things going?
The mantle of authority ain't a snug fit on Daryl. There's a whole new set of rules we have to live by. He won't let us dry our underwear on the grill anymore, or put our face prints in the pudding, and no more sleeve sniveling. The last rule seems to particularly single Daryl out.
Well, you know, with every new administration, there are bound to be a few changes.
Well, he's completely destroyed our social life. We'd come to visit you more often, but we're not allowed to come over to the inn as much as we used to.
Really? Sometimes changes can be good.
He won't let us cut loose like in the old days. He's completely canceled our naked hour.
Joanna's kind of cut back on me, too. Have you tried to reason with him?
There's no use. He's become a prima Daryl, throwing his age around. 9 months older, and he thinks he knows it all. That's why we want you to talk to him.
Why would he listen to me?
Well, he is closer to your age now. And I was gullible enough to listen to you.
Daryl, could I talk to you for a minute? First of all, congrats on getting older. And with age comes responsibility. I know you feel that Larry and Daryl should work more diligently, and they shouldn't dry their underwear on the grill or visit the inn so much. Why am I arguing against this? But your brothers are a little upset, so I thought maybe you might lighten up. Not about the inn. Maybe let them have some fun. Maybe give them a naked 10 minutes. I tried, guys. The man's a rock. That's the way, I like it. That's the way, I like it.
Pretty addictive, huh, Dick? Uh-huh. Dick, can I tell you something as a friend?
Sure, George.
You really stink.
I was only fooling around.
I mean it. Your voice, your timing, the way you held the mic. I got queasy, Dick.
George.
I know this is hard to take, but as your friend, I think the best thing to do is to come right out and tell the truth. I mean, why should innocent people have to suffer?
George.
But Dick, you really taught me something. This machine is an accident waiting to happen. From now on, this baby is going to stay locked up in my room.
Yeah, George, I was trying to demonstrate that exact point.
Yeah, right, Dick.
Oh, sure. You weren't about to make face prints in the pudding. You were having childlike fun, weren't you? Don't be pulling that past your bedtime stuff on us. For all we know, you could have been sleeve sniveling too. Harold, you don't really want to be in charge, do you? As the oldest brother, you're torn between your responsibility as the head of the family and your innate desire to frolic your head off. Not everyone's cut out to be Sam the Sham. Some of us are just meant to be pharaohs. Fess up, Darryl. You miss the shenanigans as much as we do. Then why can't we just go back to the way things was? Damn. I wish I'd never found these birthing papers. What is it, Darryl? Something on the certificates? That's peanut butter grease, and no, you can't have it. Wait a minute. Now I see what's put them burrs in your skivvies. This is your birth certificate, and this is Darryl's. Darryl's not the oldest. Darryl is. How could I have gotten them mixed up? What is it, Darryl? You've had enough, haven't you? The burden of leadership weighs heavy. Are you relinquishing your birthright to take charge and asking me to take over again? Sometimes you just have to say okie dokie to destiny. Is that okay with you, Darryl? As a yes. Okay, you can lick his face, Darryl. We're your typical American family again.
everything in this inn is exactly the way it was in the 18th century?
That's right.
They had Anso nylon carpet back then?
Well, yeah, those were the more advanced looms.
Oh, you two really seem to have a great life here. This place is perfect.
Well, almost. Like, I've always wanted a piano over in here. People could come in and gather around.
And stare because no one here knows how to play.
Well, honey, with all those people standing and staring, there'd be a lot of pressure on one of us to learn.
Even without the piano, this is the best place we have ever stayed.
Well, we've got one more stop left on the tour, Dick's study.
Yeah, this is where the magic happens.
And he writes books in here, too.
Hi, I'm... Finally. Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl.
Hi, guys.
Fellas, this is Leah and Carrie Myers. We were just giving them a tour of the inn.
Oh, could we hook up with you now? Or do we have to wait for the rest of the group to come by?
Actually, the tour is over.
Good, because we wanted to throw something at you and see if it sticks.
It's all right. It's just a figure of speech. Right, guys?
Yeah, sorry to disappoint. Things haven't been going so well at the cafe. We need your opinion.
About what?
Used food? How do you feel about it?
Well, that depends. What are you going to do with it?
Serve it? See, we've noticed that we've been getting a lot of our food back with just a couple of bites taken out of it. We figured if we priced it at a small discount, a slightly irregular hamburger could become quite popular. Daryl worked out the figures, and it seems we could get 3 to 5 times our return on a single piece of meat.
Guys, could we talk about this later?
Sure. How about you guys come over and join us for supper? Be the first to sample our new idea. Oh, well, actually, the second.
Guys, this sounds like something we should discuss over the phone.
Okay. Daryl, let's get to work on a new slogan. How's this? Clean the plate of someone who didn't.
Friends of yours?
Well, let's put it this way. They live in the neighborhood, and as innkeepers, it wouldn't be right to lock the front door.
Listen, why don't you guys join us for dinner tonight? We're going to have baked halibut.
Well, we were going to check out the scenery.
Why don't you have dinner with us and look at these?
Okay, we will.
Great!
I think you're really going to enjoy the fish. Joanna and I hardly touched it last night.
Okay, 2 grapefruit halves.
But I ordered the jumbo stack of pancakes.
Trust me.
Morning, guys.
Morning, George.
Morning, George.
Boy, if we had a dog, I'd think he was dead. We don't, do we?
No, something worse. It's the Myers.
Are they dead?
No, George. The Myers are checking out today. We're going to miss them.
Oh, darn. They're leaving already? Gee, they're probably the nicest couple I've ever met here. Not counting you two, of course. Well, you don't really count because you live here. Of course, it did take me a while to warm up to you two, especially you, Dick. First couple of weeks, I thought you were a real...
George!
Carrie and Leah are just so much fun to be with. They're the only couple in history who've ever gotten Dick to play charades.
Really? Dick? Charades?
Once I got the hang of it, I was pretty unbeatable.
They're just 2 of the most likable people I've ever met.
Yeah, they were a pretty nice couple.
Stephanie, you liked some guests?
Uh-huh. They were real sweet. I only had to tell them once, and from then on they did all their own chores.
Try not to let Carrie and Leah see you like this. I mean, I'm sure they're feeling bad enough themselves. Good morning! I guess they don't like you anywhere as near as much as you like them.
You're never gonna believe what we just did.
I can't believe what we just did.
What?
Wait. How many words?
Oh. Okay, good. 4 words. First word.
You.
Gee, Dick, you are good.
Second word. You bought something.
You bought a house. They bought a house.
That's terrific. Where?
In the kitchen. You bought a house in the kitchen.
No. Oh, down the block? Oh, you bought that old Victorian down the block? That's great. We're going to be neighbors.
Wait, there's more.
You.
You're turning what?
The house! You're turning the house!
Sorry. Oh, okay. You're turning the house
In. You're turning the house in?
You're turning the house into an end.
Yeah.
They're turning the house into an end. Right down our block. It's pretty deserted.
Dick, stop gloating. We came over here to wish them well.
Right. We do like these people, and we know how hard it is to get an inn off the ground, and these people need our support. They call this a lobby?
Dick, Joanna, welcome to the Loon Inn. So, what do you think now that it's all done?
Well, I just can't believe you got all this done in 1 month. Gorgeous bay window, lovely wallpaper, and beautiful hardwood floors.
My piano.
Honey, why don't you give Carrie the gift we brought them?
That's my piano.
Dick?
Right. Congratulations.
It's supposed to be the hardest jigsaw puzzle in the world. 3,000 pieces, all black.
Yeah, we would have gone crazy the first couple months, waiting for people to check in if it hadn't been for that baby.
Yeah.
and maybe you won't have that kind of time.
Sorry, I wasn't here to greet you. Can you believe this?
Hey, did you see our review in the Boston Globe?
No, apparently we were the only ones in the free world who didn't.
You won't believe this, Dick, but we called them up and their travel editor came running right over.
Say, I wanted to ask you, how do you handle your waiting list?
Pretty much like this.
Oh, Dick, Joanna, this is Susan, our maid.
Oh, hi.
Oh, boy, it just never stops, does it?
Did you get everyone's kids to sleep?
1.5 fairy tales, and they were out like a light.
Sounds like you like kids.
Oh, yes, I love them.
You might even like guests, too.
I'm a people person. More wine?
I think when God was handing out hired help, he said, "Watch what I do to the louts."
Okay, everybody, you know what time it is.
Time for something terrific, I'll bet.
Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face, everybody. Smile, smile, and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Hey, Joanna, get over here. Take off the looming mask of tragedy. That's not your style. You look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile. Take it, Dick.
So put on a happy face.
Is this the Loon Inn?
Do you have a room for tonight? I see. How soon would one be available? Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can wait that long. I am an elderly gentleman. Bye, Sonny.
Dick, you forgot to ask if they have Prince Albert in a can.
Book through the end of the year. Now do you believe me? We're goners.
Honey, don't you think you're making a little too much out of this?
Oh, I don't know. They open, we close. Maybe you're right. It's no big deal.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Stephanie. It's almost 11 o'clock.
11? Oh, no. I wanted to be in the stores by 10.
Stephanie, are you ever planning to dust and vacuum again during your stay here?
Well, what on earth for, Dick? I mean, nobody's here. Nobody's here, right? Nobody called ahead for reservations?
Well, no.
Darn.
Before you go, if we had some guests and they had kids, would you consider babysitting for them?
I'd burn my hair first.
Well, that might entertain the kids.
Oh, good. They're here. Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. We got something to discuss with you.
Sure, guys.
We'll break it to you gently. You're ruining our lives.
All I can say is, oops.
All these years, we've been racking our brains trying to come up with some promotional ideas, i.e., used food, organ meat of the week, and the disappointing gizzard on a stick. But now we realize all the ingenuity in the world won't help us overcome our biggest liability, our location. Smack dab right next to the black hole of commerce. We'd like to ask you a favor, and feel free to say no. Would you consider shifting your inn back a few feet so that there's a more direct view of our place from the loon?
No.
Darn. Looks like we built our forearms up for nothing.
George, sit down. We're going to have a meeting.
Uh-oh. This is it, isn't it? This is just the way it happened the last time the inn went under.
Dick, if this is a meeting to get more people to come here so I have to do work again, I don't really think I want to be any part of it.
Now, it's no secret that the business hasn't exactly been booming here at...
Is that a car? It is! They're pulling in. They've stopped. They're looking at a map. They're pointing to the loon. They're driving away. I can't watch anymore.
Okay, we played dead long enough. And we've got to come up with a plan that'll put us back on top.
Dick, while you guys think, is it okay if I start boarding up a few windows?
George, sit down.
What's the use? The old owners tried a last-ditch effort to save this place, too.
Wait a minute. Are you saying the Stratford closed before? And it might close again? And if that happened, I don't suppose you'd keep on paying me. Well, come on, people. What are we going to do?
Okay, the first thing to do is to get this place in tip-top working order. And since I want to keep the staff I have, I think each one of us should come up with a way that we could be better at our jobs. All right. Joanne.
Okay. I've been thinking we could put together a whole pampering weekend package. Stephanie could even serve people breakfast in bed.
George?
I might be able to make the basement into a game room if Stephanie could help me clean out some of the junk and cobwebs.
Great, George. Stephanie?
George, going under, was it really that bad?
Hi. Stratford inmates. Still doing solitary?
Michael, we're in the middle of a meeting.
Oh, you mean about this place going belly up? Well, listen, I've been giving the problem some thought, and I think I've come up with a solution. Picture the neon. Dick's Rendezvous Inn. Heart-shaped beds, a few well-placed mirrors. You've got a whole new ambiance here.
No.
Trust me, the only way to fight quality is with sleaze. Okay. I've got one more idea in the winner's circle. Start rumors about the other place, huh? Maybe that poltergeist thing? Or no, wait. The ghost from Amityville.
Give it up, Michael.
Well, Joanna, that spook had to go somewhere. Who's to say it's not right down the street?
It could be. Everybody else is.
George, I didn't know you played.
Well, I don't really. That's all I know.
Just the one song?
No, just the one intro. See, last year at the Beaver Pancake Fest, I won a 1-hour piano lesson from Mrs. Klinkerman at Klinkerman's Piano and Tractor Emporium. But you know, Dick, it takes more than an hour to learn how to play the piano. So that was as far as she could teach me before the timer dinged.
I hate this stupid dress. It makes me look like a maid. And the people who just pulled into the driveway are probably going to see me in it.
George, go look and make sure they're getting out of the car.
No way, I've been burned too many times.
All right, this is it. The beginning of the new and approved Stratford Inn. All right, everybody, just line up.
Welcome to the Stratford. I actually come from a very wealthy background.
Stephanie.
Well, you made me wear this.
Hi, I'm Dick Loudon, and this is my fun-loving wife, Joanna, and everybody's pal, George. I'm sure we're going to be real good friends.
Hors d'oeuvres?
No, thanks.
My daddy could buy and sell you.
Stephanie, would you please go and get room 4 ready?
Actually, I think we'd like to wait just a little while.
Why?
Well, see, we're on standby at the Loon.
I humiliated myself for nothing.
Look, honey, you can see the other end from the porch. It's almost like we're there.
Yeah, it's quite a photo opportunity right out there along that railing.
Oh, if that's for you, could you keep it short in case the Loon's trying to get through to us?
Hello, Stratford Inn. Well, you're in luck. It's the Loon.
Be nice.
Oh, okay, I'll tell him. It doesn't look good.
Oh.
Now what are we supposed to do?
Oh, and I know this may be kind of out of left field, but I mean, you can stay here.
What do you think?
Well, it's either this place or sleeping in the car.
Well, we don't have to decide now. No. I mean, there's no chance you're going to fill up, right?
No. But in 5 minutes, everybody's pal George will throw you out.
Okay.
Okay. Room 4, top of the stairs to your right, and George will bring up your luggage.
Honey, it won't be that bad.
I hate this place. I feel like I'm in hell.
of the new, improved Stratford.
Just what I've always wanted, a hotel full of bitter loon rejects.
Someone's coming up the walk.
Okay, everybody, let's get into our...
I'm not lining up until I know they're staying.
Carrie, Leah.
Oh, good. People with servants of their own.
Mind if we sit down for a while? I just wanted to go someplace for a few minutes of peace and quiet.
Funny, our place would have popped into your mind.
Boy, you guys have it made. This is the kind of inn we wanted to build. How do you create such a quiet, relaxed atmosphere?
Hey, we're not giving away all our secrets.
If we'd wanted the rat race, we would have stayed in the city. This word of mouth is killing us.
Tell you the truth, Dick, we're thinking of selling.
You are.
Someone's already made us an offer. The bizarre thing is they don't even want to use it as an inn. They just want to live there.
Do you think we should sell?
We're probably not the people to ask.
Oh, come on. Talk us out of it.
Don't sell.
Nice try, Dick, but we really have to.
We're going to miss you guys.
All I can say is ditto.
Well, thanks for all your help. I guess we better get back and start canceling all those reservations.
Oh, we could refer them all to the Stratford. Oh, no. Couldn't do that to Dick and Joanna.
Well, it'd be a nightmare, but feel free, just this once.
Oh, you guys.
Oh.
Bye.
Well, we shut them down inside of a month.
Thank you.